So, how did I get into reading manga? Alright, so it's been a long time since I really started getting into manga, so I'm trying to really remember exactly how it went down. So, this is to the best of my ability how I think it happened. Dragon Ball Z was having some reruns on Cartoon Network, and I was watching this and I was like, this is fucking awesome. I gotta watch this, it's great. And then after watching that, I eventually found out that I could watch pretty much every episode online for free. So I started watching Dragon Ball Z online and I was like, this is great, this is awesome. And then from there, I didn't know at the time that there was a series before Dragon Ball Z. I didn't know there was Dragon Ball. But then I saw Dragon Ball, I was like, well, what's this? So then I started watching Dragon Ball. So I was getting into Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. And at that time too, I think there was the One Piece TV show on. This was like around in middle school, by the way. I think One Piece was on too, but I wasn't particularly interested in it. I was like, that's a thing. I'm gonna go back to my Dragon Ball Z. Now, while all this is going on, where I'm getting interested in anime and Dragon Ball Z, while in middle school, I noticed that in the far back corner of my school's library, they had all the comics there. They had the American comics, like some Superman and some Golden Age Superman and some like Spider-Man stuff and some Hulk. But they also had comics that read right to left instead of left to right. And they looked very different, and some of them looked very similar to Dragon Ball Z. And I was like, what is this? So I was looking at them like, what? This is really strange. Like, I'm trying to read it this way, and it's like, no, wait, you gotta read it the other way. And that's how I got into reading manga. First it was through Dragon Ball Z, then it was through my middle school's library. And I got introduced to a lot of different series. I got introduced into, Beat the Vandal Buster, Rave Master, notably those two. There was some other series around. I think there was Fairy Tail, maybe there was Naruto, maybe Bleach. I remember there was Fruits Basket. There was that stuff for the girls. I'll be honest, I kind of wanted to read that, but I never did because I was like, nah, I'm not a girl. I'm not gonna let anybody see me reading that. I wanted to, but I didn't want to pick it up. I didn't want anybody to see me reading that. I was a little too, what you could say, shy about reading. But so anyway, thanks to my middle school's library, I was introduced to all these different series, and then I finally bought my first volume for my own, and that was this one. Actually, literally this one, Dragon Ball Volume 1. It's got some damage on it, as you can see. I mean, so the spine is like really opened up. But well, yeah, it's a little cover there. I probably should get another one of this, but this was the first volume I got, and I started reading Dragon Ball, and I was like, this is great. I'm gonna keep reading this stuff. I already watched the anime, but looking at this little comic stuff and having it around and just reading it in between my classes was a lot of fun. All right, so after getting into reading stuff, reading it physical, I started talking to my friends about it. I was like, hey, I'm starting to read this stuff, and they told me that I can go online and read manga, and I was like, what? And they started talking about like, yeah, they read manga all the time. And I was like, wow, that's cool. Yeah, so my friends who I've never really talked about manga before all told me, yeah, we're really into manga. Like a lot. We're reading like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. And I'm like, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, you know what? I haven't read those, but maybe I should. Because, they were keeping up with the latest chapter. And I was like, man, I want to talk about this shit. This stuff sounds awesome. So then I started reading manga online. So I can get caught up with all this cool stuff, so I can talk about them, and like every week, mostly every week, because I know they did have some hiatus on some stuff, but pretty much every week, it was always fun to talk about the latest chapter. And then, of course, while all this is going on, I'm going down the magazine aisle at my local Walmart. I think it was Walmart, maybe it was Target. I believe it was Walmart. And that's when I found Shonen Jump, the magazine. And that even introduced me to even more manga. And I'm like, and even to my favorite manga, Rosario Vampire. So, to bring it all back, Dragon Ball Z is what got me interested in anime. And from there, going to my middle school, seeing the comics all the way in the far back, because they had to keep them really far away for some reason. Don't know why they did that. That got me into manga. And it was through my friends at the time who were able to really get me motivated to read more and more and more. And then Shonen Jump, which really got me motivated to try stuff that even my friends haven't even seen. So that's my story about how I got into manga. And if you have your own story, I'd love to hear it.